Hi, what's up guys? My name is Ev.
And I'm Josh, and we're the real estate dudes.
That's right.
And guess what? Our house is done.
Finished, baby.
It's been a long time coming, but we finally got to the end. We got our certificate of occupancy a couple days ago.
So this specific video is about what you need to know for your final house walkthrough. And so let's go ahead and hit it. Look, there's somebody at the front door. Let's check that out. Hello.
Well, hey there. Come on in. Hey guys, so one of the first things we check is electrical, so make sure everything's working. So you're gonna want to go through the house, check all the GFIs, check all the switches, check all the outlets, and then like your refrigerator and appliance plugins. So let's check the kitchen light. Yep, it works. Kind of have to make sure that we're passing the inspection, right? The other thing you're going to want to do for all your GFIs, you got to have one in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, and then depending on how many outlets you have across the house, you might need one or two more. What you want to do is test it first, so hit this little test button on the bottom of it, make sure it pops, and if it does, that's awesome. The next thing you're going to do is reset it to make sure it works again. And that one does. I don't have anything to check the outlets right now, but we'll come back and do that here in a little bit.
All right guys, so Josh just went over some of the electrical issues or some of the things you need to be checking on electrical systems. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover some of the stuff we want to cover on our plumbing systems and see what things to verify and make sure they work properly. All right guys, so here's what we're doing. We're at the kitchen, checking the kitchen sink. We want to make sure that you've got water turning on, make sure there's no leaks around the faucet, around itself, and then check for hot water. That's good there. Hot water, we got that. Go ahead and try that as well. No leaks, it works properly. Good there. Just make sure that the plugs work and it seals all the way. That works there. Do the same thing here on the other side. We've got a seal. Now the only thing we have left is to check, make sure our garbage disposal is functioning properly. As you can tell, it turns on, and that's good. And of course, you want to do that similar thing in all the faucets and all the sinks in the house that you have, bathrooms, kitchens, etc.
So with the toilet, obviously you want to make sure the lid and everything works. There's plenty of water in it. You want to check inside here to make sure the flapper's good. And then when you hit the handle, first off that it flushes, second off that you don't have to hold the handle down to make it flush. So you want to touch it, let it go, make sure it flushes, make sure it fills. Also, make sure, this might wobble a little bit, but you want to make sure that it's not extreme. There's no leaks coming out the bottom. That's what you want to look for a toilet. Next, let's go to the tub and shower. A couple things you want to look for. You want to make sure the drain works, the tub to shower mechanism works, and that you're getting hot water. So first off, let's test the hot water. Tested this earlier, so we know that there is hot water here. We're going to check on the plug to make sure that it'll fill up. You can see it filling up. And then next, I'm going to check the mechanism here to make sure that the tub can go up to the shower, and that there's no leaks anywhere else. The head's working well, there's no leaks coming out the side here, and there's also no water coming out the bottom here. That's really important. So all that, the tub looks good.
Alright guys, so Josh just explained some of the plumbing stuff that we check in bathroom, faucets, sinks, and toilets. So now let's go ahead and cover our HVAC system. So make sure you find your thermostat, and if it's been a new one that's got installed, including new AC, new heating units, you want to make sure that both of them function. Make sure you can put them in auto and heat off, cooling on, cooling off situations, and of course you want to make sure that it all functions properly. You just change your set points. Another thing you want to check is your filter, and so we're going to go ahead and cover that as well. And so, depending on what kind of filter system you got, most likely you can be able to open it from inside the house. So this is our filter system. It's 16 by 25 is the size. Make sure you get the correct size, and it seals properly around the edges. And yeah, as you can tell, brand new filter. We've got good air circulation going on. We can check out some of the vents. And that's kind of the basics of the system. Of course, we'll get into more complex review here. But as far as the final walkthrough basics, that's kind of what you need to do in your HVAC system. Alright guys, so now the next thing we want to check is doors and windows. And on doors, so we're here looking at the closet door here. We want to make sure it closes properly. We want to make sure it closes and stays closed. Make sure that there's not too much of a gap around the door. Make sure the trim fits properly. Make sure it's painted, looks good, cosmetically looks nice. Stays closed, goes fully open. And that's pretty much that for the closet door. Now let's look at the main door here. Same thing applies, we want to make sure it closes and locks. So as you can tell on this door here, this is a good example of where the locking mechanism doesn't actually go into the wall section here. And so what that means is that when you can fix that, adjust the door to make sure it fits, locks. As you can tell, without turning the handle, the door can just open in this case. So we'll go ahead and get that addressed. But that's some of the examples of what you need to be looking for on the doors specifically. So yeah.
Alright guys, so now checking out the window here. Same thing kind of applies. You want to make sure it opens, closes properly, you can lock it, and that there's a screen. So you can, it's probably hard to tell on video, but there is a screen on this one, and it's in good shape. You want to make sure there's no holes in the screen. So let's go ahead and try and open this sucker up. Oop. Down. Opens nice and smooth, all the way up, all the way down. And we can lock it, again, pretty easy. So this window's in great shape. You're gonna wanna do that for all of them.
Alright guys, so we pretty much covered everything else on the inside. Now the one thing we have left is the doors or cabinets in the kitchen. So some things you wanna check for here is make sure the caulking's done correctly. Make sure there's no big gaps around your countertops here. Make sure your sink fits properly, of course. There's no gaps here. There's definitely can't see through that. We talked about the plumbing situation. Next thing you want to do, make sure all your doors line up, especially like in this house, we started out with some uneven floors, and so some of the cabinets might not line up correctly, so make sure those do. Make sure the doors open as you want them to open in those situations. See, we've got the slider here. Of course, that works as well. And yeah, make sure that everything's installed. As you can tell here, we still got to put the shelves back in, or at least install them to the level we want them to. Besides that, that's kind of a short and sweet checklist for your cabinets in the kitchen.
Alright guys, so one of the last things you want to check on, we don't necessarily have any appliances, but if you do, you're going to want to check on, make sure they're all in good working order. Make sure your microwave, which we don't have, works, powers up, all the buttons function, nice and clean. Same thing with the oven. You got to make sure the outlet is properly sized for the range as well. Same deal on your dishwasher. Make sure it functions. Make sure all the buttons work. It opens nice and smoothly. All the doors and racks and everything work. And your refrigerator and freezer. Make sure the freezer is cold enough to keep things frozen. Make sure the refrigerator is cold enough to keep things cold. Couple other things that we don't have that you might want to check on if your property does have, are like garage doors. Make sure those function properly. Make sure your stairs have railing. Make sure they're not squeaking, things like that. Besides that, I think we've just about covered everything. Now we're going to head outside, check on the exterior. Hey guys, we're here on the outside. One thing you want to look for with respect to the air conditioner and the HVAC line, this line running from the air conditioner up into the house, you got to make sure it's insulated, otherwise it'll freeze up. The other thing, where any lines enter the house, like up there, you can see we've got some holes in the side of the house right now. You want to make sure those get plugged up and that you've got the proper fittings to come from the inside of the house to the outside, or vice versa. We don't have any gas to this line, it's all to the house, it's all electrical right now, so we don't have any gas to check on, but if you do have gas, you want to check on that as well.
Alright guys, so this is the full list of things that we verified, made sure they're were done correctly or incorrectly, to make sure we mark those items.
Yeah, so for the things you marked incorrectly, make sure you got your punch list for your contractor, make sure they go finish those out before your final payment to them. Besides that, I think we're good to go.
Yep, we're just excited to finish this house finally, and as you know, last video we told you about how it was a condemned house, and now, as you can tell, it's certainly not that anymore.
It's livable, man, and just wait until you see the before and after pictures. They are insane.
All right, catch you guys later.
Signing off, do the YouTube thing, smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Later.